Welcome to Sun and Star Farm. This is week 16 garden tour. I'm just showing you what has been done and how things are progressing. My spearmint has gone crazy. I need to come out and prune it back. The asparagus is doing really good. These are new sprigs that are coming up. They'll fern out, but they're doing good. I have celosia that's coming up. The dill looks fantastic. Lots of celosia hidden in here. This bed is looking really pretty. The rhubarb is doing good. Look, there's a lizard. Little lizard in there. The zinnias are looking beautiful that are coming up. It's really pretty. Even the dandelions are poking their little heads through. The nasturtium is looking good. I've got some flower buds that aren't open right now. But that's looking good. The corn is now chest high to me. So it's about 4 foot tall. It's looking really good. The weather has been just perfect. And you can see my sweet peas on this trellis are about 8 to 9 feet tall. They're loaded with peas. I've already picked peas multiple times. I'm gonna have to come out and pick some more. They're ready to be harvested. This is the pink blush. You can see the beautiful blush on it. And then I have purple. And then I've got some regular just green sweet peas. Look at that pod is all, but they're loaded, and the corn's coming through. And then my scarlet runner beans are coming up. They are about 4 feet tall. Same with the winged beans. They're doing really good on the trellis. And those I didn't plant. Those came back up from last year, which I find really fascinating. These peas are doing good over here. Got some nice big fat pods. I mean, look at these things. These things are huge. These are sweet peas. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just on one stalk. There's 6 up there. So the peas are doing fantastic. Again, I've got purple. These over here, some of these are sugar peas. So they're just the pods that you eat. These guys are not drooping. These were actually climbing on top of the corn, and I had to untangle them from the corn and bring them through. But gosh, look at the flowers. Aren't those beautiful? So the sweet peas are doing really good. And this is a radish that has gone to seed, and I'm leaving it because, I mean, how can you say no to pretty purple and white flowers? And burgundy peas. I've harvested some of the beets, and they were really good. I need to come out and probably harvest a couple more. This was not a good location to plant them. I don't think they're getting enough sun. They're not bulbing up really good. And the red onions are doing good over here. Once again, probably not a good place because they're not getting a whole lot of sun. The raspberries are looking pretty good over here. I need to run wire over here and plant my other raspberries that I have. That is on my to-do list. I did get most of this bed weeded out. The cardboard box is high side tail of it because I sit on it while I'm pulling weeds. But it's definitely time to come out and pick beans. Holy cow. So we will be having green beans tonight for dinner. My purple beans are doing good. They're not quite as long as my jade beans. Jade beans are fantastic. If you want a good green bean, wow, these plants are loaded. Oh yeah, definitely need to come out and pick beans tonight. The zinnias are looking good. Swiss chard, not so much. Something has gone through and has been eating the leaves on it, so I'm just leaving it. I probably won't get any Swiss chard from it, and letting it be the bug attractor so that the bugs can eat it. Because if they're eating that, then they're not eating on my green beans. Marigolds are doing pretty good that I have planted in the front. I mean, holy cow, look at all the beans. Wow. I haven't been out here the last couple of days because it's been raining and I've been busy with farm animals. So I will be coming out to pick beans. The bee balm is it's getting tall. It's about 3.5 feet tall. Look, more peas. Peas, tons of peas. I need to come out and harvest peas too. My sweet peas are doing pretty good out here. They're not growing in this bucket as well as I thought they would. I really think it's that potting soil. It seems like everything I plant in that potting soil struggles. I don't know. We'll see. Little tiny sunflower. I've got a couple cucumbers planted here that I just planted. They're just popping up. And then I have some sweet pea vine that is coming up from last year's sweet potatoes, so I kind of left them. But I got the bed pretty much weeded out. I need to come back through and really get on the back side of this. And my boys are sneaking in. They know they're not supposed to be in here. Cabbage is doing okay. It's pretty eaten up. I'll probably be pulling that here. Come on, boys. Sorry about that. I had to get the dogs out of the garden. They'll tear through things. Cabbage, I don't know. It's looking like it's being chewed up. So, yeah, you see the snails are all over it. So I'll be pulling that, but I am going to leave my red Brussels sprouts because it looks pretty healthy. So it doesn't seem to be bothered by the heat. So we're going to leave those. The arugula that has taken over is getting pulled out, and my pretty yellow flowers, which I wish I would have came out here earlier. They were all opened this morning and they were so pretty. Now they're all closed up. But I'll be pulling out the weeds too, and I'll be planting some other varieties of cucumber on this side of the trellis. I will be coming through and weeding. My lettuce has gotten bitter because it's gotten hot. So I'll be pulling out the lettuce and feeding it to the chickens, which the chickens won't complain. The onions are doing pretty good. I'm starting to get some bulbs. That went to flower and I'm leaving it. You know, you can eat the scapes, but I'm not. I'm letting it go to flower, and then I'm going to collect seed from it once it is done. But I'm starting to get some bulbs on my onions, and they look really good and healthy. So this bed had all of the lettuces. I did weed through that. I planted some of my tomato plants in here. I'm going to plant some sunflowers in the center, and then I'm going to go around the outside edge with green beans on this. And then I planted my tomatoes in here. I need to get more cages. These are all the cages that I have. And I need to get cages for here. This bed also, once I pull stuff, is going to have some tomatoes. I have some Romas and some another variety that they're pasta style. The tomatoes used for pasta sauce. And that's what I'm going to plant here. And I'm also going to plant my basil. So my pasta tomatoes or my pasta sauce tomatoes and basil will be planted in this garden bed. I'm hoping to get this pulled out. I've got a real heavy week for grooming, so I'm not sure when I'll get that done, but that is going to happen. God, look at all the honeybees. The honeybees are very happy about me leaving the arugula. I'm all about feeding the bees. My neighbor's getting tons of honey. So the greenhouse is gone. Yes, I got a pile there. I want to use the roof for something, and then I'm pulling the metal pieces apart to see if I can build more shelves like this. I know this looks trashy, but it is what it is. This is real life. I don't go through and make it all beautiful and perfect just so I can do a video to make it look like gardening is easy. It's time consuming, especially when you have a full-time job. So, this is real life. These are trees I need to get planted. And I need to get this here cleaned up. And then I've got another shelf from that that greenhouse that I need to I want to get some bricks to put underneath of there so I can use the bottom shelves too. It'll give me a place to stick flats. These are delphiniums, and then I've got some gomphrena. I have this mandarin orange gomphrena, had low germination rate. It even said on the package, they gave me a ton of extra seeds, so I will be going through and replanting the seeds. It looked like I started to get some come up, but I don't know. But these are all winter squashes over here. So delphiniums, winter squashes, those are going to go into the flower garden side. And then these are the tomatoes I was talking about. The San Marzana tomatoes. They're pasta sauce style. And then some Romas. And then I have black Romas that are in the long tomato bed. So I'll have some nice pasta style. And this is milkweed that I'm growing for the butterflies. Crenshaw melons, which are they're like a muskmelon, which those will also go into the side garden over there where my flower beds are. My trees that I tried to root from seed did not do well. Out of 12 trees, the fig and maybe one of the black mulberries, it's got green leaves. We'll see if it survives. Everything else started off good, started growing leaves, but it never rooted out, and then they just died. So I don't know. And that is a pecan tree planted by a squirrel in my garden. My one and only self-planted sunflower seeds, looking sad. Its little head's drooping. I got my blueberries planted, so I may end up with some blueberries. It looks like maybe a couple. We'll see. It didn't really flower, but it wasn't in the ground either. It was in, so we'll see. I did add acid to the soil for these guys, and I'll make sure that I keep an acidic fertilizer on them. And then I got the wire hung for my blackberries. So I've got 2 blackberry bushes that are going to go here. Then I have a Nova raspberry, which is, I want to say, it's a special type of raspberry, but I don't remember. My neighbor gave them to me. And then this is a white raspberry, so, or a white blackberry. So I need to get those planted and start getting the vines trellised up. I used wire instead of string in hopes that it would be sturdy enough to hold the weight. We'll see. I don't think I used a big enough gauged wire, but we'll see how it holds up. If I need to get to a larger gauge, I will. This all needs to be weed-eated. I'm debating on what I want to grow here. It gets sun, but it doesn't get all-day sun. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do some pole beans here. And then use the trellises over there where I normally do pole beans for maybe some Kajari melons or some small melons or squashes. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's kind of fly by the seat of my pants. The roses are looking beautiful. The bush is about 7 feet tall now. Or I'm sorry, more like 5 foot tall. The blackberry or the elderberry is 7 feet tall. My Gaillardia is looking beautiful. A lot of the red ones versus the red with the yellow. So I'm not complaining. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. My little rose bush is doing fantastic back there. The elephant ears that I thought were dead are coming up now. So I've got little tiny elephant ears popping up. All 3 of my elephant ears are coming up. So I'm really excited about that. The canna's looking good. Starting to get some flower heads on my celosia. These things have gotten massively tall. They're about 4 feet tall. I'm really surprised. What else? I think that's it in this bed. Pretty much everything else is the same. I do need to come out and weed eat. It's been raining every couple of days, so I haven't gotten a lot of stuff done out here that I wanted to get done, but I did get some stuff. These are tomato plants that have gone crazy in their containers. These will all be going into the side garden, along with my tomatillos, which are already flowering. That is crazy to me. So I got to get those planted. I've got purple tomatillos and regular green tomatillos, and then a pineapple tomatillo, and then I've got a couple of brown cherries. So those will all be going over into the side garden as well. And then some of my herbs that need to get planted now that they are big enough. Same with that last tray. So that is on my agenda. Strawberries are looking good. I'm seeing flowers and tiny baby berries. So we'll see if I actually get any berries. I don't have luck with strawberries, so I'm really hoping that this style does better. I'm gonna fertilize it with some berry fertilizer to see if it'll help. Crab apple, a regular apple tree, and then an apricot tree. Those all will be going into the side yard to be planted. I'm gonna do a small orchard. These herbs are all looking really good. Got some chamomile flowers that I need to come pick. Let's see. And then last but not least, the middle bed, which is probably my favorite section because of all of the flowers. Is that not just beautiful? We've got all sorts of craziness going on over here. I got tons of weeds that need to be pulled. And then I've got, of course, all of the phlox that has taken over. But I mean, seriously, is that not just beautiful? I love these. They're gorgeous. Salad burnt is doing really good over here. I don't know what that is in the middle. I'll have to look to see if it's something I planted or if it's a weed. This is a lemon mint that is gone bananas. That's a horehound down there. And this is, I need to come out and collect seeds. This is horse heel. It's used as a medicine. And then my 2 Colorado red artichokes are looking really good. The leaves are getting big. Some more chamomile that needs to be picked. What else? I see my echinacea starting to come up. And then that frilly green looking plant right there is absinthe. It's actually it's a type of wormwood. It's used to make a really strong alcohol called absinthe, but it's used for medicinal purposes. But in some countries, it's illegal because it can be a hallucinogenic and make you really sick. So it's something you have to use with care. And then I have some calla lilies that are coming up in here. Lots of grass that needs to be taken care of. My marjoram's doing good when it's not being knocked out by my Italian greens. My Italian dandelions. I need to come and trim my white dandelion stalks. Get them trimmed up. But other than that, this is what's going on in my vegetable garden at week 16. Areas that need some work, and some things that need to be harvested, which I will be doing here shortly. In between grooming clients. So my next client should be here in the next 15 minutes. So I have to hop off of this, but isn't that just gorgeous? I love zinnias. I love, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Well, anyway, I am hopping off of this. Y'all have a beautiful day. And continue watching so you can see how we progress. What are you chasing? What is that? That is an awful big bird. Oh, it's a cardinal with a piece of paper. Okay. Oh, lady, you're a mess. Oh, and she just dropped the paper. You don't want that. That's not good for you. She's obviously collecting stuff for her nest. That's funny. All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.